Phil Cole from NLC Engineering and also Goldfields Machining. The life and the times. So take us back to the bloody early years.
And as I was spinning it on, this big slab slid out of the face and cut my leg open in two places. I got two big gashes down my leg, straight through the gumboot. We had one experience, we had a pretty insane earthquake.
Yeah.
It was like a 7.2 or something. All of a sudden you start seeing rocks and stuff come down the cliff face. All the building was shaking. You know, I thought I was done then. Like, I thought this is the end of my life. Like,
wow.
You know, it's just.
Let's get down the business track. So what business do you want to talk about first?
NLC focuses more on the parts for the loaders and the trucks, and Goldfields Machining is more the parts for the drills and the cylinders, etc.
What do you what are your drivers for doing that? Welcome back to another episode on the Gold Room. Lucky enough to have Phil Cole from NLC Engineering and also Goldfields Machining. Mate, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Not a problem at all. Mate, so look, as you know, we start off with the life and the times. So take us back to the bloody early years.
All right. From country Victoria.
Okay.
That's my background. I grew up in many different farming places around north central Victoria. Born in Hamilton, and then...
Mate, I'm born in Hamilton. Dead set. I'm from bloody Hamilton.
I remember this conversation.
Different part of the bloody world, but who cares?
It's a pretty
Carry
good
on,
place.
mate.
Pretty good place. Penshurst, Bort, St Arnaud. Yeah, just moved around a lot of different farming towns when I was younger. Dad was a bit of a farmhand, wool classer. Grew up on a farm himself, and it was a bit of a tough time on the farm, so he decided to go out and try his own thing, and I suppose try and get ahead in life. But from there, parents picked up a post office in Wedderburn, so I was living sort of around that area. Mum and Dad did that for a long time, and I suppose when I was little, there was kind of an idea about me continuing with the farming, but I don't know, I saw Dad struggle for a long time with farming, and it never really took off for him, unfortunately.
Farming's a hard gig, eh?
Yeah.
Long hours.
Yeah. And it's a 24/7 job. That's sort of how I saw it. And I love working, but there's got to be a little bit of balance there.
Yeah, for sure.
And so from there, I started getting interested in mining pretty early on. Like, I was interested in science and maths and all that kind of stuff. And when I was 14, 15, I actually found mining engineering in a careers book. And I was like, okay, what's this all about? This sounds kind of interesting.
Did you know anyone else that was...
I found out from there that my cousin, so my dad's first cousin, Troy Cole, he was a mining engineer as well. And he'd done pretty well for himself, and I ended up reaching out to him and saying, can I do like a week's work experience at the Stawell Gold Mine in country Victoria? Yep. So that sort of developed, and I really enjoyed that. I did another week at the Bendigo Gold Mine in country Victoria, all when I was like 15 years old, so it was quite interesting and eye-opening for me. And from there I just made a decision, I suppose, and I said I want to be a mining engineer.
So finished high school?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And I suppose I just never really changed my mind.
Yeah, cool.
It's strange, like people ask you, how did you decide what you wanted to do? And for me, I was pretty lucky. I just decided and went after it.
Yep.
I went to University of Ballarat in country Victoria.
Have they closed? Ballarat's closed down a couple of bloody degrees over there for mining, haven't they? There's, I think, a geology degree.
I'm not too sure, mate. I know they've changed their name. It's now Federation University.
Okay.
FU Uni, which is a bit weird, but but I found the uni quite good. Old Mick Tuck was the guy running it, and he's been around the industry for a long time. And there was only a couple of people in my year. it's funny. The two good mates that I had in uni, they've gone and work at the Bendigo, Fosterville gold mine, and haven't really changed since then. And they've had really good, successful careers. But
Awesome.
It's just interesting seeing their life compared to me jumping around all different places.
Yeah.
And how it's evolved over the years.
So how long was your degree?
Back then, they were running 3-year degrees, so it was a streamlined one with that, all the electives and stuff.
Yep.
And then I did my master's after that. So to qualify for a first-class ticket in WA, you've got to do a minimum 4-year degree. So doing your master's in that sense allowed me to then have enough time to be able to go and do my first-class ticket and get that all sorted.
Yeah. Where did you do your on-job work? What mine site?
At Stawell as well. So, I did my vacation work at Stawell Gold Mine underground.
Yep.
Back when they were down at like 1,600 metres.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty hot, hell of a place, but it was quite a good experience. I remember towards the end of that, I had a bit of a situation where I was changing some drill bits up near the face, which was a bit of a no-no, I suppose, these days, but back then it wasn't seen as such a bad thing. And the jumbo operator was scaling the face, lots of slabs and stuff were falling out, and he said, "Yeah, climb up the real pile there," and changed the bit from a boring bit to the reamer, and as I was spinning it on, this big slab slid out of the face, and cut my leg open in two places. I got 2 big gashes down my leg, straight through the gumboot.
Straight through the gumboot?
Yeah.
Wow.
It basically cut it like it was nothing. And,
Changed the tune after that? A little bit more safety conscious?
A little bit, yeah.
I can only imagine.
I did.
What was the paperwork like after that?
It was a fair
Was there paperwork before that?
No.
mate, we can't bloody condone that here. Bloody hell. What goes underground, what happens underground stays underground, right?
Yeah. It was a good learning experience. I'd only been in the industry for a couple of months, and from that, I really didn't have any other safety issues when I was working underground. I spent about 3 years fully underground during my career, and I didn't have any other major incidents after that, thankfully.
Yeah, for sure.
It just changed my whole perception on safety, and I had 16 stitches in my leg and a couple of scars after that to kind of remind me.
Yep, and remind others.
Yeah,
correct. For sure. So what spurred the move to WA?
So I suppose for me, I was 28, 29. There's a long gap of different mining companies and different mining engineer roles there that we can go through. But for me, I liked being residential, and I was with a lady at the time that was a geo, and we wanted to be residential. I wanted to be home with my dog every night, so I was looking at a few different residential locations for mining, and Kalgoorlie could have come up as probably one of the better options. And
bigger towns, is that what you were looking for?
Yeah, like reasonable sized town. There's some good different options of different mining companies as well. Yep. So it wasn't just relying on one mine. Yep. And I worked with a recruiter to kind of pinpoint what mines were within sort of half hour, 40 minutes of Kalgoorlie. Went out to 4 different mines, and 3 of them actually gave me offers. So it was pretty good.
Who'd you end up going with when you first got there?
Evolution.
Oh, nice.
Evolution Mining. So
awesome.
Yeah, I was able to take a big step up in my career. They moved me over, looked after me pretty well. So I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah, Evolution, bloody ripper company.
Yeah.
Some good blokes there.
Yeah.
And ladies.
Yeah, correct.
And so after Evolution, where'd you go?
Pit and Portal.
Yep.
I was...
What were they like to work for?
They're good.
They're no longer, are they?
No, they've recently...
Who bought them? McMahon bought them out?
Yep. Yeah, so they were good. They were going through some challenging times with growth pains, I think, at the time.
Yep. They got huge real quick.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, they went from basically a company that was hiring out equipment to a full-scale mining contractor very quickly. And... they did battle a bit. I think they probably underquoted the job at with Minkall there, and mining costs got pretty expensive pretty quickly. And
What year? 2019.
yeah, 2019 they would have quoted the job, and then started not long after that. So you're talking around COVID times, just after COVID,
Everything shot right up, didn't it?
Yeah, mining industry wages, everything just went ridiculous, and the contracts were made a few years before that, so it just made things a little bit difficult. But look, it was a good experience for me.
Yep. Great learning curve in business.
Yeah. I've had experience on both the contractor and client side, so it was good to get back with a contractor and be a bit more understanding of cost and how all that worked. So yeah, it was good, and I enjoyed it for the time. But at the end of the day, it was probably not something that I was keen on long term. So yeah,
Was that the turning point? Was that the turning point from mining engineer working for a mining company and then a contractor to thinking, shit, maybe I should be looking at running my own business?
Probably not just then. I think there's probably seeds of it.
Yeah.
But after that, I went to Papua New Guinea. I was mining manager there.
What was that like?
Amazing.
Was it?
But also just crazy, absolutely crazy. Like,
That's what everyone says.
Yeah.
Got any cool little stories from there? You'd have a few, I suppose.
Yeah, I was trying to think like we had one experience. We had a pretty insane earthquake.
Yeah.
It was like a 7.2 or something.
While you're underground or above?
I was I was above ground, but I was actually sitting in the workshop at the time, and it felt like someone was kicking the back of my chair. I turned around. I was like, well, "No one there. What's going on?" And all of a sudden, you start seeing rocks and stuff come down the cliff face. All the building was shaking. The whole area where the actual portal was is about 800 meters above sea level, and you actually have to drive up this really S-bend type track to get up to the portal. Pretty sketchy sort of track, and it was all built on fill. So essentially, they've mined the mine and then dumped out material from underground and like built out where the workshop is and the offices and all the parking area, etc. And the whole thing was just shaking, and I thought I was done then. Like I thought this is the end of my life. Like
wow,
it was just absolutely insane.
Was it 7.1?
Yeah,
it's wild.
Yeah,
you're lucky.
Oh, very.
Anyone? Any issues, incidents underground at the time? Any loss of life?
No,
thank God.
Thankfully, yeah,
that's awesome. Because that's a shit thing to bloody happen.
Yeah,
lucky though.
Yeah, well, I was very lucky in the time that I was there, just a bit over a year. We didn't have any fatalities in that time. Like after I left, they had 7.
In quick succession?
Yeah, within the course of about 12 months or so. And it wasn't just related to the mine. There was traffic-related ones with people that worked at the mine and stuff. But yeah, it was pretty rough from speaking to the guys that I'm still mates with that were still working there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good experience, and yeah, there's a lot of difficult things that you had to witness and be a part of, but I'm glad that I did it. I still got some great relationships over there. It's an amazing mine. Like just the future of that mine is just absolutely phenomenal, and the people there are wonderful, and I really enjoyed being there. And we've been back there a couple of times doing a little bit of work with them as well. So, would
you suggest a expat role to other young mining engineers?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Reckon it's something that they should go out and do?
Yeah, 100%. Like, it gives you a big perspective on the world, obviously. But
the way things are done here.
Yeah,
versus
for sure.
Offshore.
But I think it also gives you a little bit more resilience. Like Australia's got it pretty good, right? And the resources that you have here at your disposal compared to what you've got in PNG as an example. Like we were quite often running the mine off 3 1250 kVA gensets.
Yep.
And just dealing with the power constraints and how I've got to turn one machine off so I can operate the other one, and How can I get someone out to maintain this genset at midnight on Christmas Day, and just an amazing breadth of different problems that you would never face in Australia.
Yep.
I found that pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. Eh? Like you say, builds resilience, and that's what everybody needs. I think. Mate, so let's get down the business track. So what business do you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about NLC.
Is that the first one that's
the first one, yeah.
Beautiful. Let's get into it.
All right. So NLC Engineering, we do line boring, machining and fabrication.
Yeah, okay.
So sort of three main areas that we focus on. Currently got 26 people.
Awesome.
Great bunch of guys and girls. It was essentially a line boring company initially that it's evolved into doing machining, doing components, pins and bushes, and then it does a bit of fabrication work as well, which we started to expand. And it's really at the end of the day we're a mining services business that is willing to do the hard work that other people aren't. That's sort of where we pride ourselves on. No job's either too big or too small.
Just get in there and have a crack.
Yeah,
just
have
beautiful.
a crack.
Yeah, the service industry, some people are just keen to get out there and give it a go.
Yeah.
And I've seen this myself. And then, a great opportunity for businesses and people that actually want to go out there and do the right thing.
Yeah.
So you'd see that yourself. But 26 staff?
Yep.
That's amazing. Well done.
Yeah.
How long you had NLC for?
We settled on that January 15th last year.
Yep.
So, what's it been? Just over 18 months now.
Yep.
And it's been good. Yeah.
Awesome.
As we've been able to diversify the client base a lot more, expand into some of the fabrication stuff. We've picked up some of Downer's work. We picked up one of Downer's.
Downer's shut down in Kalgoorlie, didn't they?
Yeah.
Big bloody yard, big workshop.
Yeah.
Empty.
I'm not sure I think it's up for sale at the moment. So
you going to buy it?
No.
It's a bloody big yard.
It's a bloody big yard.
It's huge, yeah.
Yeah. No, it'll be interesting to see who moves in there. But we picked up their big CNCs, 3.1 metre bed, so we can do some bigger shafts and bigger jobs now.
Yeah, cool.
Which is quite an interesting task getting that over into our workshop. But yeah, it's exciting. It's good to see we can pick up some of their work and. Yeah.
So predominantly the Goldfields.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, predominantly the Goldfields, but we do have clients all over WA, all over Australia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we've even been
over east.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and we've also been shipping a few things overseas as well.
Awesome. Where are you shipping to?
Saudi and also PNG at the moment. Yeah.
So the PNG work, is that from previous contacts from working over there?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome, mate.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's bloody ripper. And so what about Goldfields Machining?
Yeah, so
this is a new little business.
So Goldfields Machining's been around since 2008. Its core functionality, it's a machining company, and three great guys that I purchased that off about 5 months ago.
Okay.
And it does more CNC parts, so does a lot of drill parts for a lot of the underground drills, diamond drills, etc., and also hydraulic cylinders. So make a lot of the glands, live ends, etc., in-house as well. And we do more rebuilding of components with that as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Mate, mine is high risk, high reward, right? So how, with obviously acquiring these two businesses, what do you what are your drivers for doing that?
For me, when I'm looking at getting into a company or something, it's all about the numbers for me. Like, I'm an engineer background, so if the numbers don't stack up, well, there's always another deal at the end of the day. But in me acquiring Goldfields Machining, it was really a case of it was my biggest competitor in town at the time, and I suppose I looked at it a few times, and I didn't really want someone else coming in to compete against me, and being a big pain in my side at the end of the day. So, and I saw it as a great business, even though it was my competitor. I saw it as a great business, and I thought, well, I've got to figure out a way to buy it and bring it in under the fold.
Yep.
And it's been good. Like NLC focuses more on the parts for the loaders and the trucks, and Goldfields Machining is more the parts for the drills and the cylinders, etc.
Do you think you'll bring them eventually under one banner?
I've been asked that question a few times, and for me, I want to give it a good 12 months with Goldfields Machining before that may or may not occur.
Yep.
It's still something that I'm looking at. I'm running a bit of a program at the moment to just align them a little bit better, make sure that the key people are sort of getting out of that mentality of trying to compete with each other, which is kind of interesting. Well, it's one team. We've got to work together. How can we share resources and work together to be stronger as a whole? So,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I guess following on from that, how would you describe yourself as a leader?
Look, I like to bring people on the journey. I don't see myself as a very dictator, sort of authoritarian type person. I try and plant the seeds early, bring people on the journey, train them. I can tell pretty early on if that person's going to be engaged or not.
Yep.
And you got to understand, well, what's their motivations?
What are their drivers?
Yeah, what are their drivers? Yep. What's their personality type? I like doing the disc profiling and that, which is quite interesting. So, it kind of understands, well, I know what my disc profile is, or how am I going to work with that person. And I've done a lot of work with myself over the years to try and mould my personality to try and fit in with others.
Yep.
It's still not perfect by any means.
No one's perfect, mate.
Yeah.
No one's perfect. Everyone bloody gives it a red hot crack, but no one's perfect.
Yeah.
What's a mistake that you've made in leadership in the last bloody 18 months since acquiring this business? What do you think that if you could turn around and go, well, and everybody can. Everyone, well, they should. Everyone should turn around at some point and go, well, you know what? I could have done that better. What's a learned behaviour from that?
Look, I think early on when I acquired NLC, I was maybe a little bit, it was first time in business, so I was probably a little bit naive in some of the key people within that company,
Yep.
that have since left.
Yep.
And thinking that they would be on board with the journey, and probably not trusting my gut enough. Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah. So you think, you have a few conversations with people before you take over the business, and you think, oh yeah, this person seems okay. There's kind of something underlying was just like, oh, is it really the right?
Are they going to have my best intentions or the business's best intentions at heart?
Yeah.
Because some people's mentality, I think, the allegiance lies with the previous owner.
Yeah.
And so they're like, well, this guy ran this business better than this bloody flog that's just come in.
Yeah, and
Not calling you a
100%.
flog, but like that. So many people work like that.
Yeah, and it's the same with the relationships with clients.
Yeah.
I think that was probably another big thing. 2 points, but I probably thought the goodwill was more with the business than the owner, and
It wasn't?
In some points, yes. Like it was really more with the owner. Like the name of the company has the old owner's names in it, right? But the owner doesn't. They don't know what they don't know, and they think that the fact that people don't call them that, oh no, the goodwill's with the company, right? It doesn't. Me not being there doesn't matter, but it's still not really the case. Like people like to buy from a company where they know who the owner is, or they've got some sort of relationship with them. Even if they're not dealing with them on a day-to-day basis, they still want to have that connection.
Yep, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I probably spent too much time focusing on the people within the business, like the employees, making sure the cash flow was okay, make sure we pay their bills, all that kind of stuff, and probably didn't spend enough time getting out there, building relationships with the clients. So if I was to do it again, then that's the
Bit more attention to the clients.
yeah
next
just,
time
just,
round,
just
or from now on.
yeah. Oh, and it's been the case. I've definitely spent a lot more time. After probably 6 months of owning NLC, I started, I need to get out there more and spend a lot more time with the clients, and I've been doing that a lot.
Awesome.
And we've now got a BD person on as well, so that's helped.
Are they doing a good job?
Yeah.
Hard to find a bloody good BD.
It is.
Hey,
Very hard. It
far
took
out.
us probably a good 6 months.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many interviews do you reckon we went through?
Oh,
I've been disheartened, mate.
what's that?
Oh, just with bloody everyone's a business development manager, but very few people want to pick up the phone and call people.
Yeah.
Did you find that?
Yeah.
Everyone wants to send out an email and a text message and when I've spoken to other businesses, I've got a great team here. I'm not talking about my team. I'm saying, like when I've reached us asking questions, how does so and so go? How does so and so go? What are they lacking? People are lacking picking up the phone. That's what you got to do. That's how you build relationships. It's not an email or a text message.
Yeah. But I always find that it's better to have the wrong body. Sorry, better have no body than the wrong body. Right?
In some regards, but the BD role, they're out there with a phone, they're out there with the laptop, the car, the credit card, and how many bloody coffee and lunches before we start seeing the bloody return,
Yeah. And it's hard.
That's that's the other stories that I'm hearing in the industry.
Yeah.
So
and it's a hard one to quantify sometimes too. Like with our industry, engineering and machining, it's more about developing a relationship. Like you can't just say, oh yeah, I'm going to spend $1,000 on ads and I'm going to get $2,000 back in return. Like it doesn't really work like that, right? It's not an online store or something. You've got to spend that time to build a relationship. People don't want to buy off some random.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's a hard one, but we've got a really good BD guy now, Gert. He's doing a good job, and I think over the next 12 months, I'm pretty keen to see what he can do for the companies. But I'm already seeing some return on what he's doing. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
So your staff, are they majority Kalgoorlie-based?
Yeah, 95%.
Awesome.
Are all residential in Kalgoorlie. Yeah.
Yep. And so you got a couple of FIFOs though?
Yeah, we've got 2 guys that are based out of Perth. So we've got a small little workshop that we've set up down south of Perth in Port Kennedy.
Yep.
And I've got Josh, our foreman down there, and then Gert as well. But they come up to Cal. Gert comes up to Cal once a month. Josh will come up occasionally as well. And they do quoting and just developing the relationships. A lot of our clients, even though they've got significant operations in Kalgoorlie, they've also got operations in Perth as well. So you got to build on both sides.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mining services don't get the same spotlight as the producers, right? So what do you think the outlook is? What do you think people outside of the industry look at the service game like?
Well, if you talk about people over east, primarily, and people in Victoria where I grew up, they fucking hate it.
Do they? They hate the mining game.
Yeah.
Why? What's the reason for it?
I don't know, man. I think it's a lack of knowledge, a lack of perspective. People want to live in their own little bubbles.
Yep.
It's one of the reasons why I moved to Kalgoorlie, I think.
Like-minded people.
Yeah, 100%.
That understand.
Yeah.
It's the lifeblood of bloody Australia.
Yeah. Now, look, for me, I remember this time where I was with an ex-girlfriend of mine. I think one of her best friends was going on about how much she hated mining, and just it's funny how the things you remember in life, but she's just
Sure is.
she was just giving me this big lecture about why would you want to work in mining? Mining's destroying the world.
What did she do for a job? Hopefully she's not a bloody school teacher,
I think
mate.
she was like a barista or some. Yeah.
That's right. We need baristas. I love a coffee. I love a coffee.
Nothing wrong with baristas, but you can't make a coffee without mining. So
that's exactly right, mate. That's bloody true.
So, sorry, I got a bit sidetracked.
No, you go.
Yeah. we're talking about what people think of mining services. Now, it's either they don't like it or they just don't know anything about it, I think. Mining services, unfortunately, is a bit of the ugly stepchild of the mining industry, I think. People look at the gold mining companies and gold price going bonanza, and it's like, this is amazing. Gold companies are making all this money. But at the end of the day, the mining services companies are the ones that are actually behind the scenes, grinding out, getting the work done, helping people deliver. Like without those companies, then you wouldn't be able to. These mining producers wouldn't be able to do much at all. Yeah. And I think that's one of the things why I liked the maintenance space. Being on a mine site, I had a lot of mining maintenance teams reporting to me, and I saw the issues that were faced on a daily basis. Like, it wouldn't take much for a small part that's only worth a couple $100 to have a machine down for a whole day, and it's cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars in your output for the month. Yep. And I suppose that's what experience myself and Neil and the team with NLC and Goldfields bring. Like, we understand what that cost is at the end of the day. Yep. And if we've got to deliver on a weekend or outside of the hours, or we've got a machine down, then we're willing to turn it around and get the clients back to work, because we as we know from being on site, we know what result that can end up being.
That's right. Your downtime costly, bloody costly. Doesn't matter if it's underground, at the processing plant, open pit, any machine that's down, it's costing money. Yeah, it's not fantastic, mate. I've got a bloody personal one for you. You're a business owner. Bloody good one, and but you're also a single dad. So how are you navigating both? You got a 4-year-old daughter, right?
Yeah, she's almost 4. She'll be 4 in October. She's amazing. Yeah, cool. She's pretty special. She's going to be tall like her dad. Which is interesting. But
lucky, good genes. Bloody hell.
No, look, it's a challenging road, man. I do have to give credit to her mother, to my ex. She's been a good mother. So no discounts there. But I've now got a even time, which is great. That's only a recent development, and it's challenging in itself. But look, I'm trying to provide for her as well as I can. I'm doing a lot of this for her, and I think over time she'll see that. But
that's what I think too. I got two boys. 11. Oh shoot, he's 11. 11 just turned 11, and a 14-year-old. And I do that. I'm the same, man. I wake up in the morning. I think, tough days, easy days, long days. I'm like this morning. I was actually at the gym. 5:30 we left the house, and I was at the gym with my 11-year-old he was on the rowing machine and the ski erg, and I'm doing this bloody class. Yep. And he's trying to be, as a single dad, he's trying to be a bloody good role model. Yeah. Right? You work hard. That's what I want to do. I want to show my kids that you work hard, you can have nice things. Yeah. You can go out for a nice meal occasionally. That's what we do. We're just working for our kids, working for our families.
Oh, that's it. You got to show them good work ethic. And the other side of it for me is about leaving some sort of legacy of like respect for her, like for like myself, and not doing something stupid in my business, and like actually being seen as a role model and someone that does good things and produces something good for the world. It makes a positive difference in the world.
That resonates with me, and I really like that.
Yeah. That for me is a massive driver in who I am. Yep. I don't want my daughter to look back in 10 years' time or 15 years' time and say, your dad's done something silly for the world. Yep. That would just really upset me, right? Yeah,
that's not great. Mate, last question for me. If you could go back in time to the exchange and sit down with a younger Phil Cole, buy him a couple of pints, because you're not drinking now. It's over a year without drinking. Yeah. But if you could go back in time and buy yourself a pint, what would you say to your younger self?
For For me, I think probably getting into business earlier.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
How old are you?
36 now.
Bloody hell, mate. That's good.
Yeah, like I think.
You got a long road ahead of you.
Yeah. No, I do. I do. It's funny. Some days I feel like I've lived a lot of life, but in other ways there's still a lot to go. So yeah. No, look, getting into business earlier would probably be a bigger thing for me. Like I was so fixated on being a mining engineer, being an underground manager for such a long time, and once I hit that point, I was like, I don't know, I got really depressed. Like, it was a bit of an odd time in my life. Like I'd hit my career goals and
the pinnacle of being a mining engineer.
Yeah, it was weird, man. It was weird. And I remember I remember getting that contract and driving home from work and being like, yes, this is amazing. Like, and then like 12 months later, I was just like, really depressed. Like, I was like, what am I going to do next?
You're goal driven.
Yeah, I'm massively goal driven. Yep. And I think that's one of the greatest things about business is there's always something
reset
you can kind of keep aiming towards, which is pretty cool. And yeah, if I'd started on that business journey earlier, like I don't regret any of my career at all. Like,
it's what's driven you to where you are today.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't look back and be like, oh, fuck that up.
Yeah.
Because everyone does. Yeah. You know, everyone could change something.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, every decision you've made has led you to where you are today in the bloody Gold Room studio, mate.
That's it. Where I need to be at the right time.
Bloody oath, bloody oath. Well, Phil, mate, thanks very much for coming and spending the time with us. I've learned a heap about you and love what you're doing in business, mate. It's bloody awesome. Keep doing what you're doing, being a great dad. I'll bloody back you, 100%.
Awesome. Thank you.
Not a problem. Well, everyone, thank you very much for tuning into another episode on The Gold Room. Hope you enjoyed this one. Phil Cole, out of the bloody Goldfields. Make sure you go down to the show notes, have a look at the bloody websites that are in the notes there. And if you need any bloody machining, if you need any engineering work done in the Goldfields, go and bloody give them a call. Cheers.